Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Raptor X here with Good Clean Gaming RX, and today we are back once again in on the EcoCore world. And I am gonna be doing, I think, some more work to get this area mined out and to get this ramp moved downstairs. This is gonna be like my central mine area. And I also want to make sure that I've got the right amount of space in between these. I want to continue out this way a little bit, because once I get this all mined out, I can actually use this central area as a storage space with like a large stockpile there. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. Okay, so this area then is big enough. I want to make sure that I'm, of course, got that area as well here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, good. So we'll have enough there as well. So I need, because I need a 12 by 12 by 11 space in here. It's a massive hole. But I'll end up putting a large stockpile there. Solomon's Auto Road and Iconic Engineering. So I actually had someone approach me when I was playing yesterday, saying, "Hey, if you can, I'll happily, I'll happily, I'll happily sell you this crushed shale, or is that, sorry, the shale if you can crush it." And buy the proceeds off you. So I've got an auto shale crushing setup going over here, where we've got this massive order of shale that can be crushed. Oh, this is crushed coal. Sorry, that's strange. Oh, that's right, because that's this one. Okay, so yeah, so I've got this one. And it's got a input of 2,340 shale, so basically anyone can bring as much of that as they want. And I've got this 25% basic upgrade too, to basically reduce the time that it takes to crush all of this. I'm gonna go ahead and do another crushed iron ore here. Let's do 200 of these. There we go. And we'll start the project. I'm just going to put some into it because I'm burning through food at a rather quick rate. Sure that I'm still getting XP gain from this. Perfect. All right. And that's as much as that. I'm up to 72 now experience gain, which for this early in the game is quite impressive for me. Obviously there are people running around that've got experience gains of like 120 plus right now, but those are people who are spending a lot of time dedicated to getting this stuff going. So parts are at 35% durability. Okay. I'll have to watch on that because what do we need for this? Lubricant and wooden hull planks. Okay. I'll have to make sure that I keep a store of those on hand. Okay. So I need a fair amount of dirt. Geology research. I'm going to check and see what we've got going on for our research station here. campsite's got geology and metallurgy. So that'd be metallurgy for these and geology for those. So we really don't have anything for those. Ag advanced, dendrology advanced, and culinary research advanced. So you can see I've got one of them there. And then I've got one inside here. Another one over there. And another out there. Okay, good. So those are, that's kind of the list of upgrades I've got. I made 4 of them. I'm going to go ahead and we'll set up a number 3. And we're going to do 3 of these. Labor into those. And then, let's see here. Like I said, I need culinary research basic. Belly of carcasses. Rebel Ranger store for 4. Oh, no, sell it. Sorry, there. Okay, 7.5 at West. Excellent. I'll need 4 of those. Dendrology Advanced we can get at. I've got wood for you. 150 southeast. There we go. Z90 store. He's got 10 of those. So I'll probably pop down there and get some of them. And then Ag Research Paper Advanced, we can buy it at the Research Paper Exchange. That's the closest one. So, I'm going to pop over to Barely Alive Carcasses. Where's this one located? Oh, right next door to Grimm's. Alright. And we're going to get those 4 over there. I got, there we go, a wood cart yesterday, so I'm going to go ahead and place that, and I'm going to move all of those over. And is there anybody that's buying this? No, not currently. Alright, I need to get myself an iron bar. That's a blast furnace. Smelt iron, there we go. 6 iron bars, 2 slag, 3 clay molds. And this is made at a bloomery, there we go. Bloomeries are made at kilns, which I can make. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll get a kiln making over here. There we go. And then I've got to see about, we need more mortar. So I'm going to see about making up a mortar order over here. Let's... There we go. We'll go ahead and do that. I'll kick 30 of those out. And we'll go sell this stuff as well. Solomon's Auto Road Store. Actually, he's a long way away. Yeah, I might just leave that here for the for the guy who was doing it. We'll put those back and those back. There we go. Cement and legacy, he wants sand and clay infinite amounts, so research modern, so okay. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and set up another sand concentrate here as well. Let's just do like, that's going to be too many. Let's do 50. There we go. And we'll grab some food as well. And maintain a balanced diet here. Seven stomachs too full. Okay. Alright, well, let's go ahead then and... Ooh, lots of wabbits. We'll head over here and I'm going to get those research papers that I need. Daily live carcasses. We want to get... There we go. Culinary research basic. Let's go for... Let's go for 3 of those. There we go. Alright. And then... see if there's anywhere that I can sell this. Southwest. Stone Age. So I want to make sure that there's actually somewhere that I can transport this for a profit, because with the tax hikes, it's a little more than I want to risk if there's no profit in between. So, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and we'll head south here. And we'll go get those other ingredients from our research paper exchange. And yeah, once we get those, we're gonna come back and we'll get those upgrade 3s made. We might actually get all of those done by the end of today's video, if we're quick about. Maybe. About getting those moved over. And then we'll continue with a lot of the digging. At this point, I'm essentially just going to be digging stone out, crushing it, and turning it into sand. And then that sand is going to be either sold or turned into mortar. And then the mortar is going to be turned into mortared stone. And I might very well see about picking up glass working as well. And then any iron ore that I get, I'm going to turn into iron bars and sell those. Okay, so I've got those. I need Dendrology Advanced and Ag Research Advanced. We need... There we go. Let's go for... Oh, goodness. I was looking at that wrong. I'm like, oh, is this going to break me? Alright, 75. We'll go with those. And I think that's probably going to end up being about as far as I'll take that chain, at least for right now. Looks like somebody's got themselves a research something going on over here. What have we got for these? Oil drilling and industry, both requiring mechanics. Alright, so nothing that I can contribute to that. we are going to go ahead and we'll head back here. I really can't wait until we get roadways laid over here. They do kind of make boats irrelevant at that point, but it makes transporting things so much easier. So the poor shipbuilders, I think, is the skill. It's really only relevant in the first 2 weeks of the game. And then after that, generally, you've got roads that will stretch over it. Yeah, that makes it essentially irrelevant. So alright, that's got our kiln wrapped up. By the time we get back, we'll have our masonry table that should be finished with the mortar order. So we'll be able to wrap that up, and then should be able to swap in that upgrade 3 as soon as it's finished. Some rather languid predators running around over here. They're not particularly interested in bothering me or each other. Thank you, Mr. Coyote. I'll take that. Stop in over here at Barely Alive Carcasses and see if we can do that. There we go. Wanted. This is cookhouse. Never mind. Let's go over here. May as well sell that. There we are. So I think with the infinite sand order over here, I am going to basically just turn all of my crushed sandstone into sand, because I can sell that. Here we go. Let's go ahead and we'll put those into there. Excellent, and that'll kick that out here momentarily. And we return to digging. Definitely want to store those deep. So as you can see, I've done quite a bit of digging down there. That might actually have been a little bit too deep. But we've got auto pickup on, so I'm just going to go ahead and start mining out. And got some more iron ore. Oh, we've got our kiln set up as well. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a couple of things here. So first off, I'm going to need to set up a kiln, which, if I remember correctly, needs a tier 2 room. Must contained within a, yes, average of tier 2. So we are going to need to start upgrading the house. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll grab these. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to grab a little bit of adobe. There we go. And I'm going to make myself a ladder here quickly. There we go. Perfect. And now we'll go ahead and grab a bunch of those. There we go. Okay. Alright. And then I'm just going to go ahead and we'll start with the wall here. And basically just build right on top. And then at some point I will end up I'll end up converting this over to have there we go. Have to chop this oak out of the way. There we go. I'll end up converting this over to have a mortared stone underneath. Talk today. So that we've got a full mortared stone building. But for right now, okay, just gonna go with that. I really need something that I can access this stuff a little. There we go, a little easier. Stockpile. Hang on, so where is this going then? Say it. I think someone's been fooling with me again. Someone has. Alright, well, I was going to say, because I only had one stockpile. Alright. Alright, well, I can only imagine that that's one of the admins that's using that ability. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to swap this out here. There we go. And now we've got a upgrade to that. And we'll put that in and kick off the next one. There we go. And then we've now got quite a benefit to this. I'm going to go ahead and just start making a whole bunch more mortared stone. Let's go for 100 of these. Put the work in. There we go. Try and maintain a mostly balanced diet there. And leave that one alone. Go and swap over to single here just because it's easier for these corners. There we go. And then we'll swap over to windows. Just because I like this, there's one on the inside of the corners sort of thing. And then, ooh, that turned out perfectly. Just about, actually. Here, this one's supposed to be a wall. There we go. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and we'll put the roof on. Right now, we're just going to put a flat roof on top of here. end up with a nicer house in the future when I can, you know, put all the angled roofs and everything on them. Going to take a little bit more time this season to make a nicer home. There we go. Alright, so we're still going to need a door. Let's go ahead and pop in here and make one of those. Mortared stone door. There we go. And let's pop this one forward so we can get that wrapped up. 30 seconds, that's not bad at all. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab our kiln as well, because we can put that one upstairs. And grab another bite to eat here. Should have taken those with me. I could have turned them into something. Salt them in. There we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and we'll grab that. Okay. Contained within a room, but it's only 1.7 of 1.8. So, I'm sorry, has what? Working mortar. Interesting. Alright. We are going to go ahead then, and we'll pop down here. And we'll take the roof up. And we'll replace it with mortared stone. And that'll be the beginning of our upgrade. Obviously, we're going to lose... Oops. We'll lose a little bit of our home. The experience gain while we do that. Not sure if I've quite got enough to do all 60 in this bit or not. I don't think so. Yeah, not quite. And I don't have anything. Oh, hang on. There we go. And let's go with a floor cube, this one. This is going to have obviously the added benefit that it's going to obviously upgrade my home to some degree here as well. Let's go ahead and we'll build those, and then we can put that in as far as it'll go. Wish I could just hot swap like that. I feel like I'm missing a hole somewhere. Alright, let's put that back quickly. Rocker box has still got another 12 minutes on that one before that one's finished, so we can probably cancel that right at the end, and we'll upgrade. Oh, there's really not a whole lot of labor in that one, so alright, we need need to go in here. There we go. Oh, I've forgotten that one. That's where it was. Okay, it's still gonna have enough up there to run the kiln. Alright, perfect. We've got an average 2 out of 1.8. So we can make a bloomery now. And we're going to need some wood boards. So I'll have to make up a project of those. Yeah, this is an advanced upgrade, so... I think that's like literally the only thing that we can do that. We can make these tallow lamps, and that's like the only thing we can actually make in here without taking the pottery skills, so, or logging. So I'm gonna... Oh, we're gonna need to add some fuel. There we go, perfect. Power, we've got 11 minutes. Crafting is gonna take 3 and change, so... we're gonna need some more mortar, and we're gonna need 25 boards. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll pop down here. And... we're gonna put in another mortar order. Okay, let's do 50. Excellent. And pick up some more food. There we go. Those provide actually quite an excellent balance. Bullets, there we go. We're going to do those over here. We'll just make those, and let's go ahead and do... we need 25, so we're going to need 50. And we'll jump this to the front so that it gets all of... yeah, there we go. Gets all of the wood. And... oh. Hang on. Where'd that go?
Timber!
There it is. Alright, get those pieces. There we go. And... whoop. Go ahead and chop that down as well. Rather, we still have physics issues like that. There we go. Alright. So it's not down there, so... alright, let's go ahead and we'll pop those in right there. Needs a basic upgrade too. Alright. What are we looking at here? We've got 7 minutes and change on that one. And we need some more iron ore on that. So, alright, let's get some more iron ore mined out quickly. Probably got a decent amount of it here. Clean up the messy ones here quickly. There we go. And pop those up there. Have to move that here soon. There we go. I think that's got all of it. Here we go. And a little bit more over there. We'll go ahead and mine the rest of this out. There's a good chance now that we've got more of it below us here. Okay. Alright. And with that, let's go ahead and we'll start digging out some sand. It's kind of one of those things like, you know, you can do quite a bit of mining here and not really run out of rock to mine. You know, especially at this stage in a game where it's still, you know, relatively early. And we don't have any of the, you know, the advanced tools, the steam shovels or the skid steers or anything like that. You can be down here mining for hours before actually getting everything cleared out. So I'm gonna try, mind you, and avoid spending all of my time on screen mining, because I know it's not the most entertaining thing to do. But at the same time, these are popping out at there we go. These are popping out at 20 cents a chunk, essentially, if I decide to sell these. Or I can turn these into mortar, and I can sell the mortar at 15 cents a chunk. Or I can combine it with some rock, and I can turn them into a bunch of mortared stone, which I may not be able to sell a whole lot of it. But I can sell a decent amount. And that's going to be the end of today's video. Gone well over my 30 minutes. So, alright everyone, thank you all for watching. Take care, and I will see you all in the next video. Ta-ta.